My fellow Internetians, I want to address a topic that has mixed emotions for many people. COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus, coronapocalypse, the China virus, Kung flu, the election infection, COVIDiocracy, the ridiculous storm of 2020. This is not intended to stir up a debate or cause a flood of internet sass on the comment feed, but this is more so intended to be a video documentation of our experiences and observations that we lived through. Please do us all a favor and avoid the temptation to immediately react and throw your 2 cents in on this. Remember, this is our video scrapbook and not a place for knee-jerk emotional fisticuffs. Let me begin by saying that I am not in any way denying that there was a virus released on the public with the possibility of initiating biological warfare. My points that I am about to make are more so in regard to the handling of the situation by government officials, and not so much about the legitimacy of the virus itself. In the beginning, we were advised to stay home for 2 weeks to allow the spread of the virus to cease. After all, merely slowing the spread would be irrelevant because it would only spread slowly after the 2-week lockdown. But that wasn't what they did. Instead, they used fear to scare everyone to stay home for 2 weeks, only to add a myriad of exemptions and exceptions. Again, this didn't isolate the spread of anything. It only reduced our exposure temporarily and slowed things down. You know, lepers were banished from society to stop the spread of leprosy. This disaster was a giant misinformation campaign from the start and continued to evolve into the most hypocritical, asinine, and foolish set of rules that were not designed to actually stop the spread of any biological contaminants, but merely make us, the people, feel uncomfortable in public and disassociate from others. I think we all recognize this utter stupidity and have, on at least one occasion, questioned the sanity of those that claim to be our leaders. Having trained in the protection, survival, and decontamination of biological warfare, I personally have the knowledge and experience to recognize the absurdity of the mandates oppressed upon society. Humanity cannot survive under those conditions. We are not wired for separation. What I witnessed was the humiliation of one another, the segregation of strangers, and a small rebellion of individuals slapped down by the larger masses controlled by fear. I stopped seeing the warm smile of a stranger, the welcoming embrace of a friend, and the professional handshake of a mature man. This made me feel shame for our society to choose a path of believed self-preservation when in fact none of these measures that were mandated upon us could actually accomplish what the explained result would be. People still contracted the virus. People continued to be exposed to the virus. Some people, unfortunately, even perished from the virus. The real impact of our politicians, however, was that our jobs were sacrificed, our businesses suffered, and our relationships were tested. I have, for many years, been in a long-term relationship which was impacted greatly as a result of the mandates and hysteria surrounding this virus. My love for pizza has been tested and strained, and I went on a soul-searching quest to find the answers within myself. I still have a deep love and longing for that portable and balanced representation of the food pyramid. However, I cannot bear to live with the discomfort and isolation surrounding the delivery process or denial of eat-in dining. So I have significantly reduced my consumption, only to allow Mexican food to fill the void. Although there was this sudden change that was forced upon us without a consultation, we still set out to make the best of our situation. School for the children came to a grinding halt during spring break, only to resume a month later with time-wasting online learning and video chat designed to make sure kids were not enjoying themselves throughout the day. Speaking of enjoyment, did anyone else notice that almost everything designed to entertain us was taken away? Movies, concerts, fairs, community activities. But if you were lucky enough to live in one of those few chosen cities,
they got guns.
You were still allowed to loot and riot. This was a big factor for us when we decided to homeschool our children the following year. All right. Welcome to school, kids.
Yay!
Hi, Professor Pop.
Hi, Professor Pop.
I'll be your teacher this year,
Got it.
Professor Pops.
Thanks for
Got my
watching.
third cup of coffee. I'm ready for the day. Let's do a little roll call. Make sure everyone's here.
Thanks for writing your name on the board.
Yeah, let's see. We got Parker Harris. Parker
See.
Parker Harris. Kai Kafer?
Me.
Is it Kafer? Kafer Harris? Did I say that right?
No.
Okay. How do you say that?
Kiefer Harris.
Kiefer Harris? Emma Harris. What? Are you guys all related or what?
I mean, you are our
The
dad.
same last name? That is odd. You don't have that happen very often. Anyway, so a little bit about me. I am horrible with names, so it may take me a few days to remember you guys. So if I screw up your names, don't be upset. It's just what I do. Okay, everyone's here. You guys have any questions so far?
Are we being recorded?
Sometimes the superintendent wants to kind of keep tabs on things, so there is a possibility that there will be some monitoring of the classroom. To think that we can exist on this planet without ever being exposed to this virus is nonsense. But to decrease our vulnerability to the most severe reaction is attainable. Live a healthy lifestyle with plenty of exercise and a healthy, balanced diet. Also, reach out to your friends and loved ones and let them experience an embrace or comforting touch whenever you can. We all need that, and nobody should ever take that away from us. You guys have your iPods? iPads? What are they called?
iPads.
Whatever.